everybody. Welcome or welcome back to Crafts by KMW. Thank you so much for clicking on this video to watch it. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you will enjoy it. So today I have hopefully a rather short little video. I just wanted to show you Pan Pastels and how they work and what they're like, because this is my first purchase of Pan Pastels. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, Pan Pastels are chalk pastels. They're just in a different form. So chalk pastels come in sticks. They come in pencils. I actually prefer the pencils. I love them. I think I have a set of like 75 pencils, and I absolutely love the chalk pastel pencils. They allow you to really get into tight spaces, and they're just so flexible. I love them. And then there's Pan Pastel. And I'm sure there's other brands that are like that. Like this. In other words, they are flat and pressed. So they come in little tins. So this was my first time buying Pan Pastels. I was shopping on Target and they had some good promos going. I was getting an additional 25% off. So I just searched for different things just to see what I could find. And I searched chalk pastels because I did need another black chalk pastel pencil. The one that I have is like almost down to the nub. And I thought, well, let's see what they have. And scrolling, I came across this set. This is the only set that Target had. So I'm not sure if they have other sets and they were just sold out, or if this is the only one that they sell. So this is what they call the paint set. And I'm not quite sure, but when you realize that Pan Pastels are made by Golden, which is a very well-respected, very high-quality paint brand, and these are actually manufactured in my home state of New York, which I thought was really cool. Celebrating a New York business is very, very important to me. And I think maybe that's why, because these colors are yellow, blue, red, black, and white. So the red, yellow, and blue are the basic colors that you can make all the other colors with. Including black and white to darken or lighten. So I think maybe that's why they're called that. Hello, Finn. Oh, he just knocked something over to get here. This is my cat Finn. If you're my fat cat Finn, I guess I could say, if you are new here. So he almost always makes an appearance in my videos, and sooner or later I have to clear him off to make room for what I want to do. But anyway, so I think maybe that's why they called them that, because these are the basic colors. And actually, I was really excited because I definitely wanted a black. White is always helpful. I love red, and I don't think that in the reds that I absolutely have the shade of red that I really would like, and I think this is it. So I was really excited to get this set. So I believe that this set was 27 something. Now, I can't remember if it was on sale. It might have been, and the regular price might have been $29.99. I don't recall, and I should have looked it up, but I didn't. I just wanted to make this video before the light goes, because it's like now like 10 after 7 at night, and I want to get this video finished before I lose my natural light. So I didn't go back and check, but I paid, I think, all told with my discounts around like $20-21, and that made me feel much better about it. Pan Pastels are quite expensive, and that's one of the reasons I haven't bought them in the past, because the sticks and the pencils are cheaper and you can get more colors for your money. Pan Pastels each are anywhere from like $6 to $8, $8-9, depending on where you buy them. So they're expensive. And sets, they sell them in sets like this, sets of 5, and then they also sell them, I believe, in sets of 10, and those can be over $35. So I felt like that was a little steep for me, and it is. It's still steep for me. I am on a budget, and I have said that multiple times. But I did want to try them because I could get them at a good price. So being $21, I got this set with each one costing about $5, and that's pretty good. So I don't know if I'm gonna buy more. I have not tried them yet. This is the first time I'm trying them on this video, so I don't know exactly how I feel about them. Maybe at the end of the video, I'll give a little more insight on what I think about that. But if I do buy more, I would probably buy singles, just the colors that I really need. Like, I would love to find a really beautiful coral. I do have some coral colored chalk pastel pencils, but I don't know. I feel like they're too pink. I'm still searching for that perfect coral color. So maybe if I could find one of those, I would buy it. I don't know. Maybe I would replace some of these colors, like the black, if I really love it. So I don't know. We'll see. But looking at this, so they come in plastic. Excuse my nails. The nail polish is peeling, and I'm actually going to take it all off and put on some nail wraps. So I didn't want to repolish them, so I apologize for my raggy nails. So you get the 5 colors, which are in here, and I'll show you in a minute. And then at the bottom, they always give you some tools. So they give you a really nice sponge, and this is a really high quality one. It's very, very dense, but it's very soft. And I like that it's shaped at the top, so you could get some effects with it. You could do some blending effects with it. And then you get 2 of the little, what I call eyeshadow applicators. And these are really nice ones. The sponge seems very nice. It's very thick. It has a nice handle. So I'm hoping that I can keep these for the long term. And now let's look at the colors. So I'm gonna take the lid off, and you only get 1 lid. I kind of not happy with that. I wish that you got a lid for each one. So you can separate these. Like, if you're using them, you can unscrew them all and have them laid out. But when you're done, unless you have extra caps, you do have to put them back in this set, because you won't be able to keep them from drying out. So this is the first color, and this is primary yellow. So this is a nice, vibrant, oh, I'm sorry, I'm like way over because of this guy. A nice, vibrant yellow, very, very nice. This is a really pretty color. And I do not know much about these. I didn't want to research them because I wanted to make my own decisions while I'm using them. But I did find out that they are very soft. So they have a consistency like eyeshadow. They're very creamy. So they're not dry like the sticks and the pencils. The sticks and the pencils are super dry. These are not. And that's one thing that really sets them apart. They have less dust, and I heard that they don't really have a lot of dust at all, and that's great for people who don't want to use pan or chalk pastels because of all the dust. I usually really try hard when I'm using them to minimize the dust, because I don't have asthma, but I do have allergies, and I am afraid that I might inhale the dust. So, and it could aggravate my allergies. So I am careful about it, but I still can use them. And I know that there are a lot of people who can't use them at all. You can use a mask, you can wear gloves, but I guess for some people that's just not enough. So I think that these were developed to kind of overcome those issues. So even people with severe asthma or allergies or breathing issues can still use them because you're not going to get all that dust flying around. It also says they go on like paint, which I'm really excited to see because I have never thought of chalk is going on like paint. So I'm interested to see that. I'm actually going to try to apply this with a brush and see what happens. And it says they're highly pigmented. So I think that they're very saturated. So with that little interlude, let me show you the next color. So this is the red. And I want to get the absolute, so this is called Permanent Red. Very beautiful red. I love this. It is like a true red, a nice Christmas red. Really beautiful. Love this red. And then the next one is the blue. This one is ultramarine blue. So it's a royal blue. It's not like a navy blue or anything. That's a nice bright color. I'm not big on blue, but I do have Hannah Carlson books, quite a few of them, and she has a lot of underwater scenes. I can't talk today. And I think that'll be very useful. And then this is the black, and I believe it's just called black. Let me make sure it doesn't have another name. Yeah, this is just black. And then the white, I'm pretty sure is called titanium white. And I'm not sure the difference between titanium white and white, if there even is one, or if there is a plain white too. I think the titanium just lets you know that the white is made with titanium. Same with like cadmium. When you have those in front of a color name, it just signals what the color's made of. All right, so, oh, Finn is interested. Do these smell good? I didn't think so. All right, so I'm gonna unscrew this again so I can get my tools out. Ooh. I'm not sure I am totally in love with this interlocking system. You really have to be conscientious to make sure you're getting the right one out. All right, and I forgot to bring over a paintbrush, so I'm just gonna grab one real quick. I will be right back. It's like right next to me. Okay, so I grabbed a rather large, flat, pretty stiff paintbrush because I figure it would need stiffer bristles. See, again, I can't talk. Stiffer bristles to grab the chalk. So I'm gonna give it a try with this. And then I have one of my generic eyeshadow applicators. I buy these in packs of like, I think 300 or 400 from Amazon for like $4. And this is what I use to spread my chalk pastel pencils and sticks out when I use them. So I am first gonna just test them out on a regular sheet of paper. So this is just a basic white sheet of like copy paper, thin paper. So I'm just gonna unscrew all of these. Oh, the colors are so vibrant, so pretty. Now, one thing I don't know is if these will dry out eventually. So I would say possibly, because they are mixed with something that makes them creamy, that you know, keeps them from being dry. So I would imagine that they dry out. And I did the other day try to find out what they're mixed with. It does not say what they're mixed with on the packaging. So I did try to find out, but I couldn't. I'm assuming there's a video out there from somebody who knows, but I couldn't find it from just a cursory search. So I can't even imagine what it could be. I don't think it's like oil or anything, because I think you would be able to smell that, and these really have no odor or smell at all, which is really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and test these. So I'm using first the little applicator that they included. Okay, so it got a nice little, oh, wow. Oh my gosh, these are so soft and creamy. And look how far this is going with just that little bit that I added. And I could keep going if I wanted to. I could keep spreading it out. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so pretty. It's great. The color is lovely, and it spreads out so super nice. All right, so now I'm gonna do the red. And I'm just making a couple passes because I wanna see like how much you need. Oh, lovely. And see, you hardly get, you can see it more with the red, I think. You don't get a whole lot of dust. There's a little bit, but then you can go over it and pat it down. Oh, and this is really nice. So if you use it lightly, you get more of like a dark pink color. So I'm gonna add a little bit more to this, see if I can get it more saturated red. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, and they go on like a dream. It is so creamy. I really, really like these. All right, so now I'm gonna use the blue. Okay. Nice. I don't think I got as much on of the blue. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Oh yeah, these are so creamy and nice. And you don't really see like any stroke marks. Lovely. All right, now I'm gonna do the black. Let me move it up a little bit there. Oh, nice. And again, I didn't put a whole lot on here, so it's not super, super dark black. But if I add more on here, yeah, nice. And I don't have a fifth one, so I'm gonna try the sponge. I'm not usually a sponge applicator girl. I feel like the sponge doesn't give me that much control, especially in smaller areas. Like I would use it on larger areas and places where I have to go around like round edges or just a straight edge. But if there's a lot of, you know, jaggy edges for leaves or flowers or something, I'm not going to use a sponge. I just automatically go to the like eyeshadow applicators like this. But for some people, the sponge is really helpful. So, all right, so I got some white on the sponge. And I do want to show you, there is a little bit of dust on there. But it's nice because it does stay in the pan. It's not blowing around or anything. All right, let me make sure you can see this. Okay. So on this white copy paper, it's kind of coming off as almost like a very like light cream or an eggshell, which is nice. I think white can take on different shades depending on the base color of the paper that you're using. So these go on really, really nicely. One other reason, I guess I can talk about it now, that I haven't bought Pan Pastels is because the only way you can use them is to use an applicator. And I'm a apply to paper kind of girl. I like using pencils and things that you can apply right to the paper and then smooth it out or add water or whatever. I'm not too much a, you know, applicator to paper person. But again, for the price that I could get these at, I thought it was worth it to try. So now I want to switch sides and try the paintbrush. I do not know if this is gonna work. Now this paintbrush is pretty dry. I don't know if getting it wet would help or make a difference. I don't know, but I could wet it and we'll see, we can see. But I'm gonna try this in the blue. So I'm just gonna do one side. All right, so you can see, sorry, that the paintbrush did pick up a lot of the chalk. All right, here we go. Oh, maybe there is a little bit of dampness on this paintbrush. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It definitely gives an interesting effect. Like if you wanted it to look a little rough, if you wanted to give whatever you are coloring some texture, actually this would be cool for like fabric texture. Okay, that's how it looks. Interesting. So I'm gonna try one other color. I'm gonna do the black with the other side of the brush. All right, so here's the black. It did pick some up. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. This would be cool too to give a wood effect, because you kind of get the strokes in this, and this does make it a little dustier. So just FYI, if you're one of those people who doesn't really like the dust, you can see the dust around. So that could be a deciding factor for you. I could see myself maybe using this in certain circumstances, but I really like the applicator and the applicators instead. And you could use different applicators. You don't have to use eyeshadow applicators or sponges. You could use ink applicators, the more like brushy ones. You could use tissue, you could use baby wipes. There's all different things that you could use, and you could just experiment and see what works for you. So now I brought 2 books over with me to see how they work on different types of paper. So I have a Hannah Carlson book, which is Summer Nights. So let me get to a page. I did not pick out the page I wanted to use ahead of time. I probably should have, but I didn't. Okay. Let's do this mousy one. This little mouse flying on a flower, it looks like, or being dragged by a flower by this bird. This is actually a double page spread. So I'm gonna use the applicator again. I'm gonna try my applicator because these are definitely cheap, and they do rip and break and shred, so you do have to throw these out eventually. So when one side gets yucky, I just flip it over and I do that, and then when it's all torn up, I just throw them away. So I'm gonna get the blue. So Hannah Carlson's paper is it's a cream color, and it is very pulpy. It can react to different mediums. Like, this paper does not like a white Posca pen at all. And I don't know if it's just white Posca or if it's white paint pens in general. If you know, I'd love for you to put that in the comments. But it doesn't like white Posca pen. It flakes and shreds the paper. It gets kind of messy. This paper also reacts sometimes funny to different gel pens. There's certain colors of gel pen that don't work very well. Sometimes like the silvers or golds, they often will react with this paper. So this paper is a little finicky. So I wanted to test that because just to give you an idea. And most paper in coloring books is not finicky like this. So I wanted to show you. So I'm gonna start, all right, I'm gonna start on the edge because I can see myself coloring the edges a little bit darker and then kind of fading to lighter around the mouse. All right, so this goes on very well. It spreads nicely. I like that you can really spread it out and get a good fade if that's what you want. So here it gets very, very light, and that would help you blend with another color or just leave it like that if you wanted to. So that goes on really nicely on this paper. It works really well. That's nice. So the other book I grabbed was a Millie Murata book. This is Precious Planet, one of my favorite books of hers. So I thought I would try on this because this paper, I think her paper is more representative of a coloring book, of general coloring book paper, of some of the higher quality books like Rita Berman and Kirby Roseanne's. Her paper is a little thinner than theirs, and it's very flat. But I think it's representative of good quality white paper in a coloring book. All right, so now I just need to find a page. I want to test a different color, so let me see if I can find a page where I want to do a different color. Okay, so here's this guy. All right, so I can do the sun yellow. So this time I'm going to use the applicator that came with it. All right. And I like these applicators. They have a little point so you can get into smaller areas. So this is very nice and saturated Wow, and you do not need a lot to get that saturation. Now I'm not adding more. I'm gonna see how far this goes. This works really nice on this paper. This paper is, as I said, very smooth. It doesn't have any real tooth to it, and it kind of has a sheen to it. It's just very smooth paper, and this seems to work really well on this kind of paper. Wow, that went on amazingly. And look how saturated it is, and I only had to dip my applicator in the once. So wow, that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can find one that I can use some red on. Ooh, should we use some red on these little birds? I don't know. Okay, I think I can use some red on here. Okay. So this is a double page spread. I'm not sure what these are. It probably is like the leaves, and I don't know if these are nuts. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna put some red on, maybe on this one here. I'm gonna put, I put a little bit less on because this is a smaller area. Yeah, wow. This goes on like a dream on this paper. So, and I think that's pretty common for chalk pastels. I think they do work better on very flat, very non-toothy paper. Nice. And I could get that more saturated if I wanted to, but right now I'm gonna leave that. So, general overall impression of these as I put them away. So I think these are great. I think they're lovely. It's hard to tell how much is in here, like how deep it goes because of the plastic ridge. It is really hard to see. I do not know, but the pan is quite big. I would say this is at least 2 inches in diameter. So these are pretty substantial. I think they will last a long time, and that's important when you're paying so much for something. So these are quite expensive. So I do believe that they will last a long time, which is really good. So my overall impression is that these are great. They go on very, very smoothly. They're very creamy. There's not a lot of dust. They are wonderful. I'm very happy I have these, and I am looking forward to using them. Now I need to use them on the pages that that I demonstrated on to you because I started. I'm going to put the red on top because it's my favorite color, and that's what I want to look at rather than the yellow. So if you have the budget for these, I would definitely recommend them. So they and on the cover it says, or on the lid it says ultra soft, and ultra, oh, I think it just says ultra soft in different languages. All right, it says ultra soft, and they are. If you have the budget for these, I would highly recommend them. They are very nice. If you are looking just to maybe try, I think that Blick.com sells them. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they do, and they sell them in singles. So you could buy them there. I don't know what other art stores would sell them. I have a local art store that sells them in sets as well as in singles. So I'm very happy about that. I can get more if I want. I'm going to stick with these for now and just use them up and see how I like them over time and in different books, because I have like 175 books that all have different kinds of paper. So after I try them a while, I will make a decision. I think it might be something that I might want to add a few more colors to. I'm not 100% sure, but they're definitely worth the money. They're very easy to use. They spread well. You don't get the like impressions of like streaks or lines or anything like that unless you use a brush with it. You can use them with a brush and get different effects, and I imagine you could apply them with other types of items and get like different effects and different like patterns or textures. So I think that would be pretty cool. Low dust, which is really nice for me and for other people. And the colors are really vivid, really saturated. You don't have to get a lot on your applicator to get nice color. So I really like them. I do recommend them if you can swing it. I would imagine that you could find them on sale at different places. I would not recommend spending full price unless you're buying just one. If you can try to get them on sale. And again, if Blick.com does sell them, if they have the sets, their sets will be discounted. Blick.com does sell all of their products at a reduced price than what you would find at other stores. So check it out if you're interested. Let me know if you have these, if you've used these, what you think. I'd be interested to know if you love them. I know a lot of people swear by them, and this is the only chalk pastels they will use. So I don't know if that's going to be the case with me. I will definitely use my pencils still. I love them. But this is these will definitely be used quite a bit. And when I can swing it in my budget, I may buy a few more because they are really nice. It is nice to have that creaminess and not have the dust. I think it is definitely an advantage. So that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel. I've had a few more subscribers come on in the last week or so. So welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you will tell other crafters and colorists about my channel so they can subscribe as well. I would truly appreciate it. And I hope you're enjoying the channel. You can always let me know in the comments if there's something you would like to see me do. One thing I do have coming along the pike is I have been asked to do a watercolor video for one of the Facebook groups that is doing like a video education series, and I think that will be in September. I think that video is for September, so I'm so super excited about that. So I will give you more details as time goes on, as we get closer to it, because I haven't even made the video yet. But the Facebook group is the Millie Murata Obsessionals. So if you're a member of that group, you can look out for my video instruction on watercolors coming out in September. So I'm really excited about that. I've never been asked to do a video or anything like that before. So I'm so super stoked about it. And I've been thinking about my video already and what I'm going to do. And so I'm really excited about that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, week, month, summer, and I hope you are able to get crafty. If you'd like, let me know in the comments what you are doing, what you're working on. It's the end of July, so I am finishing up coloring pages for my completed pages in July video. I think I am at least at 30 pages completed, and oh, if I could get to 35 between tonight and tomorrow, I would be so super excited. But I don't know, it might be a little bit of a pipe dream, but that's what I'm working on. So I'd love to know what you are working on as well. Thanks. See you later. Bye-bye.